My target community is Austin, Texas. I've lived here my whole life, and I've seen the change that has gone through over the years. Austin has a generally young population, and it has been growing an extreme amount in recent years. This explosion of growth has been both good and bad for the community. Like a lot of communities, the wealth is very unevenly distributed here in Austin, so certain areas have much better schools and certain students have much better educational opportunities than others. It's also a predominantly Caucasian area, and the areas that are considered less desirable to live in are usually where the minorities live. The biggest example of this is East Austin. It's considered a kind of bad area, and the schools there are not as solid as some as West Austin would be, where we have really esteemed schools. But even East Austin is changing and being gentrified and stuff in recent years. And Austin has an educational equity index rating of 60 out of 100, which on the national scale is considered average, but I think we can reach higher than that. I interviewed a worker, Gabriel Estrada, at Austin Voices for Youth and Education, and he reflected these ideas. He has personally been a part of a program that helps turn around struggling schools, and they've already done that with a few schools in our community. And he believes that educational equity and opportunity is extremely important. And out of about 138,000 students, 52% of them receive free or reduced price lunches, which kind of shows where the income level of a lot of our students is at. And I think Austin is a really innovative city, so we should have the knowledge and tools on how to close this educational equity gap that exists within our community. There are a couple possible solutions that I think could help with the problem of educational equity. My first solution would to be create online programs that are pay-as-you-go. So instead of having to put all the money up front, you can pay what you can. So this allows for more wiggle room with lower income families. They can do things at their own pace and comfort level, and online courses also allow students to be working and still participate in school if they have to. You also don't have to pay for travel expenses and other expenses that can go along with schooling. Creating solid online programs that offer the same level of education as schools is one viable option, I believe. The other option is something that Austin has already implemented, and that is community schools. Community schools are a new idea, and they change a lot of things about schools. They make schools open all day, every day, and it becomes more like a community centers, and it gets families and just the community in general more involved. They also create an easy way for students to collaborate and communicate with each other. So it is people helping people, essentially. And both of these ideas reflect my professional identity in a certain way, I think. Online schooling is something that I've been able to utilize myself, and it has opened up new opportunities for me, and I think other people could use it as well. The other aspect that involves communities and people. Treating others with respect and as equals is extremely important to me, and community schools are a great way to do that. All I ask as a contribution is your time and money to help instill these programs. The online schooling, you can just get schools more on board with that, so they can create those kind of programs. And for community schools, you just have to slowly implement that. They've done it with struggling schools, so it would generally be for those kind of things. And I believe when educational equity is more prevalent, then it'll change so many different aspects of our lives and nation as a whole. People in general will have more knowledge and opportunities open up to them, and I think it can just create a better place overall. Thank you for your time and patience.